Hello there everybody, welcome back once again as we are going into Hades with the Twin Fists of Malphon with the aspect of Demeter with us. So yeah, let's go ahead and get right on into it. We're almost done, we just need to get the final bit of blood from the by beating Hades himself. So yeah, I think we should be good to go once we are done there, and then we can move on to 5 where we can start. I guess we'll probably go on to a bit of management or something, so that way we can just simply get. So yeah, let's get going.
That ought to liven things up.
Alright, Dionysus, how are you, man? Let's go ahead and give you this.
Dionysus, mate. Sometimes things weigh heavily on me, but then I hear from you and it's like I don't have a care in the world. To your health.
Oh, you're really too much for me sometimes, you know that, man? Gotta tell you, I don't think I ever felt so close to somebody so damn far away. But through the gift of drink, it's like we're with each other in spirit all the time, you know?
Hey! Alright, what do you have for me? So, looks like we just need to give him a bit of neck of ambrosia, eh? Nice. Alright, let's go.
Say, isn't that the overflowing cup I handed down to you? I'm glad you like it, man. I guess it's overflowing still because I figure otherwise I couldn't tell at all.
Really, mate? I have the overflowing cup, which is supposed to raise my chances here, and you. Alright, I see where you're going with this. Have to build it up myself, you know. Fine, I see you. Alright, let's go with the drunken strike, and hopefully we can get some nice. Oh, come here. Hopefully we can get some palms of powers to amplify that, since. Yeah, Pumps of Power plus Drunken Strike is just simply, it's just way too good. Like, how is it?
Just getting warmed up.
Alright, cut its charge. Where's the enemy? Come here. Alright, what do we have? Health and money. Well, we can get plenty of money here already, so let's go with health.
Numbskulls.
Alright, let's go. Abyss Gate, we're probably not going to be using that anytime soon.
That's what you get.
Coming to. Thank you. Ooh, it's actually been. Okay, how's our. So Athena, 3 hearts, but Demeter still at 2. Alright. You know what, we kinda have to go with Demeter here. I mean, if anything, this will be, it should be pretty nice for us once we get, because if we can get her Demeter's Flourish, then that should be pretty good
Lady
for us.
Demeter.
Alright, first of all, here you
May
go.
this small offering bring you some joy there on Olympus, Lady Demeter. Thank you for all your help.
A conscientious gift, my little sprout, and I am grateful for your generosity. A bit of nectar cut straight through the cold, I say.
I'm glad you like it.
I have a brother, Helios the Sun, a nonsense talker with a flaming chariot. Why, he once told me that my Kore, that she went into that underworld of yours. Preposterous. The clouds now blot him out entirely.
If only she knew the truth. Anyways, yep, I kind of figured this was going to happen. Well, looks like we're definitely going to have to be upgrading from the start then for this round. This is going to be fun. Alright, let's go ahead and get some more darkness for the mirror. I mean, if we're lucky, we might be able to. Ow! But yeah, if we're lucky, we might be able to. No! Ow! Freaking hands! Alright, I now see Ah, man, that really spots. If I die to the numbskulls, then... Alright. Let's try not to die to the numbskulls, eh? I say that, but then I do stuff like this.
Let me have it.
Alright, in we go. Yo, Chaos.
Duplicate Dionysus offered him his services, I see. He can be rather unpredictable, and therefore offers me a source of some amusement.
Well, alright. What do we have here? 58% more foes. Each time you special. Let's go with more enemies.
How about another?
Yes, perhaps.
Yeah. Getting more Dionysus is always nice. Alright, let's do this. Ooh, got him. Alright, what do we have? Cast. Premium vintage, please.
Excellent.
Ooh, another nectar. Alright, we'll take it. We'll happily take it. Hey!
Here again.
Well, our Frost Flourish. Frost Flourish finally managed to get, to level 3, so we're not really going to be seeing any more changes in that until we can hopefully maybe get a thingamajig that maybe one of Demeter's boons that allows us to upgrade the rarity. But other than that, well, on the white side, it should give us a bit more damage, so not going to complain too much about it. Alright, next. Ants. Well, thankfully there's not really any explodable parts or anything of the like. Come here.
Time to collect.
Ah, and looks like we actually managed to heal up pretty well, so... Oh hey, it's been a hot while since we seen our good old buddy.
Good to see you.
Hey, sir.
Alright, what do you have?
Wow, Your Highness, you really shouldn't have. Thank you for not forgetting about me.
Thank the Dungeon of Hades to finally let me see you again.
You're always a sight for sore eyes out here, Sisyphus. Thank you for always believing in me. I have to thank you, Sisyphus. Not just for all the help you've given me time after time, but for encouraging me to have a chat with Baldy there. I dare say I feel a little more at peace of late, and maybe it's thanks to him.
He's a good one, all right, isn't he? Though if you've come to such an understanding with old Baldy there, why, it must mean you've done some growing on your own as well, I think.
Darkness as usual. Thank you.
It's all yours.
Thank you, mate.
Wait, I can... This is probably going to be a waste of nectar, but I kind of...
So, there's something you like to do for entertainment out here, Baldy? Or just, I don't know, take it all in, I guess? What's the latest, Baldy? Had any good tumbles down that hill of late?
Wonderful talker this guy is.
Cheers.
Wait, did I? Okay. whatever. Let's just go ahead and grab another Palm of Power. Oh, hey, Danny.
Thought I'd drop in.
Sup?
Let's see who's better at this, Zagreus.
I mean, we kind of figured that out many times already, but alright, I mean, if you're that much of a sore loser. Oh, missed. Look, mate, they're right in front of you. How can my attacks not hit you? So many whipstones.
Chambers secure.
Delicious. Zesty.
You wreck this, but you quit.
Indeed, I am.
Not a word of this.
Aww. Yeah, another palm of power, always nice.
The power of the gods.
Alright, let's do this. Which of the theories is it gonna be? Oh, you again. Ugh. Yeah, you know what? Where are you, Tess? There you are. Got her! Being able to slow her down a lot thanks to the, oh yeah, I guess it also works with our, Ow! Get out of here! Stone Cold Color!
No murder. Right.
Ah! Next!
Is Tartarus some sort of joke to you?
Yes. Nope, wrong button. How many?
My keepsakes.
Let's see, 10 more encounters. Okay. I think that should mean that once we are done with Asphodel, we should be able to change it to someone else. That would be nice.
Made it to Asphodel.
Alright, another Palm of Power. Don't mind if I do. Hopefully we can get one of Demeter's boons on that takes the boons down to common, but then we'll slowly upgrade them. That would be nice. Because we don't really have too many don't really have too much stuff available to us at the moment, so it would be nice to be able to have something that's slightly upgraded, you know? And get out of here.
Destroyed as promised.
Alright. Continue upgrading the palm. Well, the palm. Oh, hey, it's Eurydice. Okay,
Moving right along.
Okay, I guess we can go with her and get the upgrade. That'll be nice.
Eurydice.
Who's there?
Yo!
Eurydice, can I ask you for a favor here? Not that you owe me anything, but would you hear me out?
Yeah, sure, hon. What is it? Though you'd better not be asking for my recipes. Closely guarded family secret. I'd say I'd take them to my grave, but yeah.
You're already in the grave, yeah. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not your recipes, though they are wonderful. It's your song. I'm sure it'd be a hit around the house, and I know someone who really needs to hear it. Don't suppose you've got a parchment copy I could have?
Your Royal Majesty, you want my song? You are aware it's called Good Riddance, right? But sure, why not? If music's gonna be playing in your house, it might as well be great. And let me give you something to go with it.
Alright, what do we have? Yeah, the Ambush of the Light is... Alright, hopefully we are good!
Sure thing, hon.
Yes!
Cheers. Take care.
Well, see ya.
Alright. Get out of here. Out of all the skeletons that had to be freaking armored, it had to be these guys, eh? Not that it matters. It's pretty easy to kill them sometimes. Let's see. Well, we don't really have anything, so I guess we'll go with... I don't really know what boons I've already gotten. let's take a look at. Let's see. Oh, we still haven't gotten some, I guess. How about for Poseidon? I feel like, yeah. Well, whatever. Let's just. Don't really know who to. I guess we'll go with Ares. He's always pretty nice. Although I guess we could have altered it. Oh, these witches. Lovely.
Mind if I join the fray, witches?
Alright, that's one. Come on, let me reach you. Sheesh, don't float into magma. There we go. Ow. Get out of here. Stupid witches.
Witchcraft. What can you do?
Tell me about it. I mean, we're kind of getting up there with Ares, but you know what? We have the
Lord
nectar.
Ares,
Might as
it is
well.
my privilege to have met you and have learned your depth.
I do appreciate this gift to me, although you really shouldn't have. The suffering which you inflict is ample compensation in itself.
Well, glad that you enjoy me killing everything down here again and again
That you have many
and again.
aspirations, my good kin. To be plain with you about my own motive for a moment. As long as you continue bringing swift and steady death, you shall have my unyielding support.
Neat. Okay. You know what? Urge to kill. Pretty nice. Pretty solid boon, if you ask me. Wait, I got a new prophecy? Ah, damn it. Alright, guess we're going to have to check what's going on back at the house. Oh, back on the list to figure out what prophecy is being foretold.
May I help you?
Okay, where do you go? There you are. Okay, that should be the end of him, and that just leaves Splitter.
Shiny.
What do we have? More gems? Always useful.
Those tropes are not for you.
Too bad, I'm taking them anyways. Mine.
Damnable fools.
Very nice.
Still need to get more darkness for the mirror.
More Inferno bombers?
Apparently. Well, not as if I have too many complaints about it. But the bombers are probably the easiest ones for me to kill at this point.
Not had enough yet.
Sheesh, so many. Oh, wait. This was technically considered an elite area, so I guess it would make sense if there's none of the usual stuff, that it would be just simply a bunch of armored folk. Kind of annoying.
Power of Olympus.
Let's just keep on increasing the Drunken Strike. Alright, Lerny, I'm coming to get you. Prepare thine self. Oh, you're the spawner one.
How's the
Okay.
old neck holding up?
Alright, well, that's one. Oh, and of course it's gonna be the blue heads. Well, thankfully we not wanting aspect of one view, so we have even less health, but Alright, that's one. That's two. That's three. That's four. Almost there. Ow, ow, ah! Lava hurts.
No.
Alright. Final hit. Get out of here.
Any more heads you'd like chopped off? No?
Alright, used a single thing of defiance, but I mean, definitely could have been worse.
That blasted Hydra never takes my feedback.
4 more encounters. Darn it. Any kiss? Yes. You're not sure. Let's go ahead and get the chaos. Alright, I bought your thing. Might as well see what you have.
Darkness.
Let's see. Dash destroy, cast, attack. Sure. I'm fine with doing more foes. Do I want to compete for gemstones? Not really. Next.
That was not what I had in mind.
Next. Yeah, I guess we'll take the darkness.
Can't do that.
If these flame wheels could happily just stop. Alright, can I get onto enemies I can fight, please? Thank you. Jeez. So annoying to deal with flame wheels. Anyways, what do we have in the pond?
Better hold nice and still.
Come on, something good, something nice, something. Yes.
Come on out.
Cop.
Another cop.
8. Alright, what do we have? Up to 150. Why not?
What again?
Yes, again. Oh, lovely. Ooh, wasn't too bad.
Who's going to clean all this up?
You, eventually. Alright, let's see what the hammer has to say. Alright, come on. Alright. Ow. Ah! Splitters! Alright, that's one. That's two. That's dead. Alright. No, don't even think about it. Stop. Jeez, what's with all these immunity stones? Alright, what do we have? Special becomes a charged shot. Special becomes a flying kick. Let's go with... You know what? Let's go... the rush kick.
These fists are hungry to fight.
Kinda curious how this was going to work out.
No, it's the butterfly chamber.
No, don't even think about it. Ow. Well, that wasn't too bad. Nope, don't. No. Ooh. That was close.
Butterflies better stay away from me.
Let's see. Getting healing might be nice. But the Ravenous Will probably does encourage me to actually use my Bloodstones a bit more. Sure, let's go with the hammer. Ow. Yeah, I really probably should stop doing that. Just hitting the... Just stacking up a little bit of hangover is probably good enough for these guys. Next. Oh great, now I get to deal with the splitters. Alright, next. Alright, what do we have? More range, deals 10% more damage. Yeah.
Better get cracking.
Alright, Kaon, what do you have for me, mate? Random upgrade? Yeah, nothing to Philosophish isn't something I'd mind.
Should help keep me going.
Sure, 4%, why not? Don't really want to face either of them at the moment, so onward into some more health. Hitting health is always nice. Alright, last one. Of course not. If one I would ever be so lucky to have the last one sometimes. Ow! So many shielders! Oh, finally, that's all of them.
From chaos has a new effect.
Ooh. Well, it's been a while since we talked to Patroclus. Let's go ahead and see him.
Think he could.
Yo!
What is it this time, stranger? You're quite effective at locating me, but not so good at leaving me in peace.
Just on one of my little jaunts through paradise is all, sir. Happened to be on the way toward my destination.
You think this place a paradise? At least down in the depths there are so many other souls with whom to share one's misery. No offense. I know that you're just passing.
Let's see. Hydrolite, please.
Thank you.
Okay, on, what do you have for me? Random? Sure, why not? Let's go with the numbing sensation. That would be fun.
I could use this.
Oh hey, Flurry Cast. That could actually go pretty well with one of my boots.
He returns. Prepare to be sent back into the depths whence you came.
Alright, let's go.
Cower all you wish. My blessed spear shall find you anyway.
Ooh, good damage. No, you're not, but I will definitely try and make you get finished. Alright, that's one.
You're next.
Ow. Really?
How now, demon?
Well, once I... Come on. Thank you.
Lady Aphrodite, I invoke your aid.
I guess they're testing me.
Get out of here, Theseus.
That ought to make Theseus shut it for a bit.
Yeah, being dead again. Always
Guess I'll be
nice.
going then.
Alright, let's go. On to the next. Kinda wish that there was something in the world that could actually upgrade the rarity of items. And I'm not talking about like Ariadne's Sion, where it's just like it upgrades the next one, but
No more dead to deal
I
with.
kinda want to get like an actual thing that can upgrade the boots and stuff, you know? Oh, what am I feeling? I'm feeling like it's gonna be in the palm of power! I agree with you. Get out of here.
No use.
Really? I thought I dodged that. Oh, whatever. Next. Ah, that was dealt with. Oh, snake zone. Well, I know why I'm focusing first. Get this out of the way. Nice. Ah, of course.
What else?
Alright, next. Oh, poison. Oh, of course there's gonna be snakeheads that spawn right in the middle of that. Get out of here.
Good enough to eat.
Upgrade the edge to kill. Since that will technically give me more damage. Let's go. Settle.
Here goes.
Okay, at least we managed to. It's usually the beginning part of the dealing with multiple snakeheads is usually the annoying stuff. those guys down. What's next? Oh, fantastic. More big ass rats.
Oh, this isn't good. Not now.
There we go. Safely from a distance.
There it is already.
Neat.
A
Unfortunately,
whole
I'm
entire sack
not
of
too.
something.
Yeah, we're not going to get enough health. We're getting like half health. Now the question is, do we risk?
Where to?
You know what? Let's just go ahead and grab Demeter's boon and just be on our way.
I'll pay for that.
Oh! Well, thank you, Demeter. Full health. Nice. Alright, let's go.
Fangberry. Bye for now, boy.
Alright. Let's do it. Alright, Hades, this time around, I am going to beat ya.
You would attack me with the savagery of the twin fists. Then come.
Oh, I will. The savagery knows no bounds. Ow!
You could have avoided that.
Yes, I probably could have.
Darkness.
Skelly?
Hey guys.
You shall be very sorry for this wretch.
Ow.
Why did you tell your loyal subjects to stay out of this?
I don't think we really... Ah! That hurt.
Darkness. Now.
Come on.
Doesn't work right now.
What did you think would happen, boy? Darkness.
I don't think we need Ah! How did that hit?
Damn it.
Okay, I most certainly dodged that. Whatever.
Let's finish this then.
Come on and die.
Yeah, I definitely ran right into those. Ow. Get out of here.
You.
Thank you, Dionysus.
Oh. Why? I was much stronger once than this.
Yes, you probably were.
Strength. Boy.
And honestly, we're probably gonna be reviving that strength in a couple more runs.
In the name of Hades.
Whew. Alright. What's killing us this time?
Imagine that Prince Zagreus experiences some sort of joyous outcome for a change, in contrast to the arbitrary and unfortunately painful death he shall experience now.
Oh no!
Game over. Yeah. Alright. Which weapon is gonna be it? Is gonna be it this time.
Finally showed you, Father.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you come in. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Bye, Hypnos.
Returned, have you?
Okay, first of all, here you go.
What I caught lately.
Hey, 2 more nectar,
Totally
let's go.
worth
Okay, seems that
Should
trading in
pass
the keys for the nectar seems
Here's
to
the
be
keys.
the usual trade, so might as
Need more
well.
of those, so here.
Oh, as well as the keys for the
Here's the gemstones then.
nectar.
I think I'll take it.
Oh, keys for the nectar and gemstones for the keys. There we go. Well, here you go.
Something obvious. It's a new song from someone who still cares for you.
My friend, you wrote a song for me. Oh, but this is not from you, it's from Eurydice. I don't know what to say.
Take all the time you need, mate.
Lastly, Dusa, you are not permitted to address the prince unless first spoken to. You are invisible to him. Now, are we understood?
Yes, Miss Nix. We're understood. I mean, I understand. I'll be going then.
Yikes. Anyways, here you go, sub.
It is my humble duty to oblige my favorite boy with all the treats as I am able to procure.
Knowing the watchdog's never-ending appetite for treats, the prince obliges him.
Father, have you ever considered that Orpheus might be much better as a court musician if you permitted him to see his muse again?
I have considered many possibilities, boy. And I trust Orpheus considered many possibilities before he signed away his rights to see his so-called muse when once he invaded my realm.
So you're forcing him to stay here for eternity just because he signed a contract with you?
Contracts with me are binding, until such time as they dig themselves out of the archives and tear themselves up. And I don't see that happening anytime soon.
What a bet!
Who knows? They might surprise you.
Hail.
You have to tell me more about this pact you signed, Achilles. You and Patroclus. So you're doomed to never be together then?
You must safeguard the details of it, lad. Although it's not as bad as you make out. I ensure Patroclus is provided for. We wouldn't have been together anyway. Initially, he wasn't sent into Elysium, you see.
So he was sent to ask for them?
There has to be a way for me to make this right. Not just for him. For you.
I mean, I wouldn't say that, because from what I remember from the war, Patroclus did end up dying because he basically imitated
You've
you,
other
so...
pressing matters to attend to, lad. And Patroclus and I have ample time to wait this out. I know you mean well, but do not discuss this matter with your father now. I fear that it could make things worse. Do you understand?
I do. I think. Should check the garden.
Yo!
This garden may not have all the varieties available up on the surface, though it's coming along rather nicely, I should say.
And it smells fresh, too.
Indeed. Anyways, here you go.
Thank you very much, my son. You know, gift-giving customs of the underworld are just so much more straightforward than the complicated social graces of Olympus.
If there are other ways of showing one's appreciation than with nectar and the like, well, they must pale in comparison, I'm sure.
Alright, that's some more huts going on. Let's go. And I think we can, hopefully. Of course, it requires more darkness. Ah, how much freighted authority can I get?
Need some practicing?
Yes, but soon enough. I guess we might as well be maxing you out, I guess.
Skelly, is it really true you don't want to talk about how you got here? Just curious who you used to be, what you were like, your real name.
Hey, what makes you think this isn't my real name, pal? I'm offended.
Sorry, what I meant was, I was just interested to get to know you better, after all you've done to help. Anything you can share? Trade you for a detail about me.
Well, all right. I was once a commander of men. Name of Skelemius, captain of the Cretan Second Fleet, sailing on Athens under King Minos. We were unstoppable. But then one day, one wrong turn, and we sailed straight into the waters of Charybdis.
Interesting. Why did he pick you?
That's incredible. So then, you and your crew, you perished at sea?
Boy, yo, you were something else, you know. All that Skelemia stuff, I could have had you eaten out of my hand for days.
Oh, I get it. You got me. Fine then, Skelemius, but I don't appreciate the trick.
Oh, but I do.
Here you go.
You know, Skelly, I still cannot entirely get over that whole permanently kill you stunt you pulled on me. You had me deeply worried for a while, all for just a laugh.
Yeah, that's right. Not exactly much to do here, in case you hadn't noticed recently. Good thing I'm able to stay occupied with intellectual pursuits.
What kind of pursuits are those?
That's what you call it, then. In any case, I did want to make sure. You sure that you're alright having to stand around like this?
You kidding, pal? This is the life. Imagine getting paid to stand around and being pals with you.
Well, great, I guess.
Launch forward. Does that mean? Hey, let's go. Alright. For what the why?
Should take my spear. You are bound to me, and I am your host.
I just, you know what? Maybe we'll. I don't. It's. Jeez, I don't like Verwater at all. I know I've complained about this like several times already, but still. Out of all the things. Anyways, at least we got the overflowing cup out of the way now. So I guess now we're moving on to the blood-filled vial. So it's time to have some fun with Ares. Yay. Well, I hope you all enjoyed today's episode. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, comment down below, and hit that subscribe button because it's you guys and gals that make this channel alive. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye now.